Good morning and welcome to our Zoom session. I'm so happy that we have Bulelwa. Is that Bulelwa? Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, you did.
Oh, great. Where are you logging in from?
From Johannesburg.
Johannesburg. Oh my, great. And we got another student that has logged in, Sibongile and Lobo. Hello, Sibongile in Lobo. Hello. Bulelwa, tell me a little bit about your studies. Tell me a little bit about your studies.
I'm doing BSc informatics,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing second year except for this one.
Oh, okay, great. All right, so today what we're going to do is, Bulelwa, I'm not sure if you started with your exam revision, but that's what I decided to do. I decided to look at past year examination papers, and because you told me you're a second year student, Bulelwa, I think you're a mature UNISA student, so you know how the UNISA lecturers work in terms of setting examination papers. So,
Yes.
Bulelwa, this is the examination that they wrote January, February 2022. So if you look at that, it says January 2022. And let's look at the format of the paper. And let's look at what appeared in October 2021. And we look at other examination papers as well that was set by Mrs. Mvelasi, right? So let's say it says the use of they do not allow a programmable calculator. Oh, they said it is permissible. Oh, that's fine. It's a closed book exam, 8 pages. It's out of 80 marks. And they tell me it's 2 hours. So 2 hours means 120 minutes. I've got 80 marks. Well, you should be spending time accordingly. Answer all questions on the Word document by hand and convert it to PDF. So Bulelwa, I think you know how to do that because you are a second year student and you've been doing the assignments where you converted the Word document to PDF. Am I correct, Bulelwa? Yes. All right. So that's not a problem. It says number your answers and label your rough work clearly. Okay. Now that's important. Number it exactly as the exam is written, the question paper as such. Marks are awarded for part of an answer. Now, in programming, this is very important. If you don't get to answer the entire question, at least do part, part of the question so that you get part marks. So do whatever you can, right? Let's go on. Let's look at the first question. Now, these are all, it says complete the statements by providing only the missing words. So this is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Okay. Let's look at question 2. A variable name can start with a number. The operator to check for equality is equals. And this is true and false questions. There's another 5 marks there. Name a primitive type in C++. And brackets to the following expression to get the answer 0. Name a data structure. Let's look at the next question 4. So question 1 and 2 and 3 were all theory. Question 4 had a program in it. And they are missing out some statement using, this is easy, 4.1. Bulelwa, if you've done any programming in C++, you should be able to put that in. Using, Bulelwa, are you still with me? Am I sharing my screen?
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah, look at that. That's such an easy question. They give you 1 mark for nothing, Bulelwa. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Didn't they give you a mark for nothing? Absolutely nothing. So let's look at if you looked at a let's go to manager. Bulelwa, look at this. I'm sharing my screen, and I'm looking at question 4.1. Are you able to see both screens, Bulelwa? My code block screen as well as my question for the exam.
Yes, I'm able.
Oh, I think you can answer that right now, Bulelwa. Using what in Sibongile? Are you there? You want to join me?
Yes, sir. It's using namespace STD.
Yeah, well done, Bulelwa. Sinswalo, welcome.
Sibongile.
Oh, was it Sibongile that gave me the answer? Oh, I'm sorry, Sibongile.
Yes.
Sibongile, you've got 1 mark. Now, if you wrote this exam, you would have got 1 mark. Wow. So I hope you didn't waste your time coming into today's Zoom session. You earned 1 mark, all by looking at what the program has to, looking at code blocks and looking at the question. So let's go on now. I think that was a mark for jam. They gave you a mark for nothing, huh? Belelwa, if you look at question page 4, there's the answer over there using namespace std. Ha ha ha. Ma'am didn't realize she gave you the answer. Belelwa, Sibongile.
Yes, sir.
Look at question 6.1. They're using namespace standard.
Yes.
The answer was there. Did you notice that?
Yes, I see that, sir.
Okay, great. You see that. Now you do, right? So they asked you to fill in. Now, what ma'am was expecting of you is that you are a programmer. You would have done some assignment questions. You would have used code blocks, and you would have figured out that was the answer that goes out there. Now, let's look at the next one. For int assign equals, assign less than 3, assign plus equals. This is where I feel your ability as a programmer to separate the men from the boys, the ladies from the girls comes out. Because here you'd have to know the structure of the for loop. And if you know the structure of the for loop, you'd be able to identify this question. I'm not going to give you the answer right now, but we'll look through that. All I'm looking at is what appeared in January, February 2022. So if I look carefully, this is functions. Functions must come out, must appear. There we go. Final mark is equal to, and they're asking you to basically complete this programming statements. The student's mark for the module is, the student has, right? So you want to find out the student mark. I can tell you that without even going through the entire program, you'll be able to pick that up. Let's look at question 5. Question 5 spoke about functions, calculate average, multiply, avoid function, and parameters. Question 6 spoke about ASCII values. Now, if you're on my WhatsApp group, you would have realized that this was the question that I posed on Thursday night. Sibongile, are you on my WhatsApp group? Bulelwa, are you on my WhatsApp group?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember on Thursday night I was playing around and I said, there's the question and I'm going to give you all the answer on Saturday?
Yes, sir. I saw the question.
You saw the question, okay? So today I'm going to live up to my word. I'm going to do that answer for you, all right? ASCII stands for American Symbolic Code for Information Interchange. Haha, I'm showing off. Tinswallow, you didn't say hi to me, Tinswallow, today. Tinswallow.
Yes, sir. No, I
say hi
didn't.
to
I
me.
found class sensation. How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, sir.
Oh, good. Right. So we are looking at October, November 2021, and presently I'm looking at January, February 2022. We tried to figure out what are the commonalities, what appeared in both 2022 February and October 2021. So let's look at questions. There's the output of the code. So if I look at output, they basically want you to be able to trace a program and to find out what appears as output. That's a definite question. Output is going to come out, I'm telling you that. There we go, output. Now, in order for you to work out the output, you need to be able to trace a program. And I'm going to show you how to study this, right? Let's look at question number 7. Question number 7. There's a for loop. Now, look at the way question 7.1 has been written. For int I equals 2i less than equal to 12i plus plus. Check it out, Sibongile. Can you see on the top, they spoke about something about a for loop. There we go, for int assign equals to, aha. Why I am mentioning this to you is, before you start your exam, have a look at the whole paper, look through it, because not that there'll be answers in the paper, but it gives you it orientates you, it puts you in perspective of what the examiner wanted to test you. So when you look at that, you say, hey, they talking about this. Oh, there's my for loop. Here's my starting point. So now I got to think about in question 4, what my starting point would be. Again, what is the output of the code? Let's look at question 7. Question 7 spoke about. Look at this. Again, ma'am has given you snippets of code and they want you to fill in the missing values. Final amount, look at that. Look at that. If you have done any assignment questions, you'd be able to answer this part. Question 8 talks about strings. Question 9, oh, they didn't have any structs out here. Oh, I'm missing that. Let's look at now October, November 2021. Oh, that's October 2020. Let's look at, I said 2021. Do I have 2021 paper? 2019. Let me go and find my 2021 paper. And I want to check it out. October, November. There we go. So let's look at 2021. This was last year's examination paper. In last year's examination paper, ma'am had, consider the following segment of code below. What value will new val have after the code has been executed? Aha! So if you paid attention to my Thursday evening's WhatsApp conversation, I actually gave you the very same question out there. Anybody wants to verify that? Hello? Swallow. The Bawa.
I'm still working it out, sir.
Oh, I gave it to you on Thursday night in the WhatsApp. Pootie, did you see that on my WhatsApp group?
Yes, I saw, but I was busy with other assignments.
All right. No problem. But it'll be a good idea to work this out because this was a question that appeared in October 2021, and they expected you to be able to answer it by knowing what the if statement does, what the else statement does, what the else if statement does. And they also expected you, look at how complicated ma'am made it. var 1 multiplied by 2 greater than equals to var 2. So you had to do a trace table. You had to draw a variable diagram to find out what the answer was. Then the next question, question 1.2 from October 2021. Suppose the input value for A is 5. What is the value of A after the following C++ code has been executed? This was also on the WhatsApp group on Thursday night. Lebohan, Puti, please unmute. Feel free to talk. This is the whole purpose of us having a synchronous session on Zoom so that you can ask me questions and I can answer you. Tinswallow, talk to me.
Yes, sir. I'm still having a look at it. It's a switch
Yes.
statement.
Yes. And did you get my joke on Thursday night in the WhatsApp group where I said, switch the light on, switch the light off?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that was a joke, but really speaking, I was talking about the switch statement and the case statement in C++. Can you see in there we go, case 3, there's the word break, B-R-E-A-K.
Yes.
That's a very important statement. Is that Tinswallow that's talking?
Yes, it's Tinswallow, sir.
Tinswallow, the word break plays an important part in the switch statement because if you don't have the break statement, it would give you a different output as to when you do have the break statement. All right, so we'll talk about that today. And well, I didn't do this one, question 1.3. So I'm looking at the way ma'am scheduled it in November and October 2021. She had output statements. I'm looking at the February of 2022. Question 1 spoke about theoretical questions and as well as requesting output statements. Let's look at question This is from October 2020. October 2020, again, the ma'am had snippets of code and she expected you to work out the output. So what they really want you to do is they want you to be able to pretend as if you are a computer, as if you are code blocks and working out what the statements would generate. So that's what we're going to do right now. And because we are so lucky we have the compiler with us, we are going to use the compiler to be able to work out the answers. So, and also that's going to help us to check our work, and it'll also help us to revise, and I'll give you a strategy of how you can now go and create your own assignment or questions or your own revision for the exam questions. So it says, consider the following C++ code below. What value will new val have after this code has been executed? It's worth 2 marks. You should spend roughly about 2 minutes on that. So you are now revising for this paper. This is what you're going to do. You're going to copy this into code blocks. Let's open up my code blocks. There's my code blocks out there. Right. So right, Swallow, are you able to see my screen, Swallow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. All I did was I copied it out into code blocks. Now you must remember, this is going to be like your examiner, right? I just like to make it look pretty. That's why I'm doing it like that, right? Okay. That's indenting your screen, right? So let's go and do a build. I'm not going to do a run. And it says new val set but not used. Oh, okay, new val, I didn't use it, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to use it now. I want to find the value of new val. So I'm going to put down out there new val has the following output, right? Now, ENDL, all right. So I just made that, I put that into my code blocks. And let me see if there's success, no errors. Yay, I'm happy there's no errors, right? Now, I don't have a pen and page right now. I'm going to use Excel, right? I'm going to use Excel because I like to do my variable diagram in Excel. All right, so I'm going to do that. And I'd like you all to try it out as well on your own, right? So you're going to do a variable diagram to find out. And I'm going to show you how easy it becomes to study, right? So the first column you're going to have is called line number, right? This is one strategy I use to find out what the answer is and the output's going to be. Then if I look at line number 6, there's a variable declaration and that they use var1 equals 4 and it's integer. So I'm going to say var1 there. Then I'm going to say var2 there. And I'm going to say new val. All right, Tinswallow, just talk to me. Are you able to see my Excel screen as well as my code block screen?
Yes, sir, I can see both.
Great. So the question that the examiner had asked me to do was, they wanted me to find out, what's the question? What value will new val have after this code has been executed? Now in the exam, you don't have time to go and put Excel document and all of that. I'm just doing it so that it makes it look pretty, all right? That's all I'm doing it there, right? So you don't have to worry about it. You can just draw quick lines with your pencil. Okay? So let's look at line number 6. In line number 6, var1 takes on the value of 4. In line number 6, it's 10. And new val is 0. Check it out, check it out. Hello. Lebohang, Puti. Hello, did I lose you?
Be paying attention, sir.
Okay, great. So what I'd like you to do is try it out on your, just draw, take a pen and page and pretend that you are the sitting in an exam. And now I'm going to also pretend, let me see if I can find a pen and paper here, right? On a pen and page. And I'm going to say, I'm going to pretend that, listen, I want to work out what that is, right? So work it out, work with me. Let's go to line number 7. In line number 7, the value of var is still 4, it's still 10, and it's still 0. But they are making a comparison out here. So you are going to say var 1 multiplied by 2, is it greater than or equal to var 2? Now, when you are starting off, it'll be a nice idea to go and include things like this where you write down var 1, var 2. But all they want you to do is to find out in line number 7, whether I take whatever the value of var 1 is, which is 4, and I multiply it by 2, I'm going to get the value of 8. Is 8 greater than or equal to 10? The answer is false. Who's with me?
I am, sir.
Right. Who's that? Who spoke?
It's Rendani, sir.
I beg your pardon? Rendani. Thank you, Rendani,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, Rendani, right. Now I go to line. Oh, sorry, Rendani, let me ask you this question. If the answer is false, meaning 4 times 2, which is 8, is not greater than or equal to 10, which line would it now go to, Rendani?
Which line would what go to, sir?
The computer has to now work to the next line, right?
It has to now move to isn't it line 8?
Okay, if it goes, would it go to line 8? It'll only go to line 8 if line number 7 was true.
Oh, okay.
So now
Okay, then
if line number 7 is not true, it's false.
okay. It would go to line number 9.
Okay, and in line number 9, there's another comparison that takes place. It says var 1, is it less than var 2? So I'm going to draw a little column out here, and I'm going to put down var 1, is it less than var 2? Now, because you are starting off, you can take it slowly. But once you get the hang of working the output of a snippet of code, you can actually do it on the program itself with your little pencil. This is a strategy that I'm talking about. So my question now is, in line number 9, it says that var 1 is still 4, it's still 10, new value is still 0, var 1 was false, and so that took me to line number 9. Now look at var 1. Is 4 less than 10? Redani, true or false?
It's true, sir.
Right, it's true. Because it is true, Rendani, I need to go to the next line, which is line number
10.
Right, so I go to line number 10. Redani, what's
Yes,
the value of var 1? It's still 4.
The value, it's 4. It's 4, sir.
var 2, what's the value of var 2?
var 2 is 10.
Good. What's the value of new val?
At line number 10,
Yes.
it is var 2 minus var 1 multiplied by 2.
Right. Redani, I'm going to
Yes,
block my
sir.
screen now, and I want you and the rest of everybody else to work out that value for me, right? Because I don't want you to see the answer. And then I'm going to put my screen on and I'm going to show you what the answer is. So you're going to say var 2 subtract var 1 multiplied by 2. Right? So you do that for me. I'm not going to give you I'm going to give it a minute to work it out.
Isn't it 12, sir?
No, don't scream the answer out. I want you to write it on a page, please, because I
Oh,
want the other people
okay.
to think as well. I'm gonna
Okay, no
let's stop sharing now.
All right.
All right.
I tried this on the group on.
Yes, and what answer did you get?
and I forgot what math.
Lebogang go 2, sir.
Don't scream the answer out, please. Don't scream the answer out.
What the music? I don't even know what's the music.
Are you ready with the answer?
Yes, we are.
Are you ready with the answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Who wants to explain? So
Can I
I'm
try,
now at
sir?
line number 10. It says new val is equal to var2 subtract var1 multiplied by 2. Redani, you had given me an answer. You said that you got an answer of 12.
I think so, sir.
All right. And tell me, how did you get 12, Redani?
Since var2 is 10 minus var1, which is 4,
Yes.
is 6.
Yes.
I took the 6 and multiplied it by 2.
Oh, okay. Radani says she took 10 minus 4, which is 6, times 2, which is 12. Anybody would like to
Yes.
respond to Radani's work?
So it's Tintolo. I think new val is 2, sir, because it's 10, which is val 2 is 10, and then using board mass, we must first multiply variable 1 by
What is this
2.
word board mass you spoke about? BODMA.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
God.
math. it's an arithmetic rule to say
Yes.
you start with what's in the bracket.
Yes.
Then you go to something that it says off. Off is the same as percentage or multiplication.
Yes.
And M stands for multiplication, A stands for addition,
Yes.
S stands for subtraction. So that is the order in which we must do operations if we find an end division.
Okay. Radani, do you remember that, Radani?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this was from school days, Radani. I think it's
I forgot to utilize the bot percent.
that's okay. We came to learn over here, right? So thank you, Tinswala, for
true.
reminding us about that thing about board mass. So Redani, let me give you another opportunity to try and work the answer out. Think about the rules for board mass.
Sorry?
Think about the rules for board mass.
What
So
about the
bar
rules
one
of
is now
bot mass?
4. Yeah, the rules for board mass says multiplication, BODMAS.
Yes.
So I'm just going to make it a little
So I
easier for you.
I didn't quite get your question, sir.
Think about board mass, right? BODMAS, and work out line number 10. What would new val now be?
Oh, yes. The new val is 2, sir.
Okay. So tell me, how did you get it?
Because bot mass starts from BOD.
Okay. You're on your way.
The first one from the first one on this on line number 8 would be multiplication. So we're gonna have to work on var 1 and multiply by 2.
Okay.
Those come first, and then we can do the minus at the end.
Right. So var 1 is
Subtract
4.
because it's the last one.
Yeah, right. So it's var 1, which is 10. 4 times 2 is 8, and you got 2, right? So now,
Yes, true.
right. So, and then it in line number 12, it just says a new value is equal to var 1 if it skips any of those statements, right? Now, when you are trying to work it out and you are working on your own and you are not sure of it, you can put down brackets out here because you know that this needs to be done first, right? And it won't affect
Okay.
the way the program is running, right? So there we go. I'm putting brackets in there. And if I look for the answer, and it's going to give me an output of 2,
2.
right? That's the
Okay.
output of 2. Because it won't go to this line number there, right? So var 1 was 4. If it went to that, it would have went in there. I'm just going to take out the brackets and I'm going to run it again. I'm going to show you that I still get the answer of 2, right? So let me go and prove that to you. So you don't think I'm making it up. And I run the program and the answer is still 2 with brackets or without brackets. Okay.
Okay.
Rendani? Right.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so let me just Rendani, your new val is equal to var 1, which is 4 times 2, which is 8. You keep that in your memory or you put that in brackets. It's 10 subtract 8, which is 2. Comes
2.
out of there, right? Now it doesn't run line number 12 because it didn't go to that part. It went to the else if, and it comes out here, right? Because var 1 is not greater than var 2. And finally, your output statement says new val has the following, which is?
Which
2.
is 2.
Right.
Noted,
So,
sir. Thank you.
Great, great. So this is one strategy, Redani, of working it out using the simple, you draw, you take your pen and pencil, you draw columns, and well, I just drew it in Excel because I felt that'll be easier for me to work with because I'm doing an online thing, but you could have done it using Mam's method of VAR, the variable diagrams and tracing through it. Another way of doing it is if you had a pen and pencil, right? So I'm just going to show you what I'm going to talk about now. You are sitting in the exam and you need to work this out. So you got time is running out for you now. So you go and take that out and you say, hey, there we go. So now you go and write down over here, var 1 is 4 times 2, which is 8. So I'm going to say, is 8 greater than or equal to, oh, my writing skills are not too great over here, 10, right?
Yes.
So I wrote that down in pencil, and you write that down above that there. So you see, 8 is not greater than or equal to 10. It's false. So if it's false, it means I won't run into that one. I'll run into this line over here, right?
Okay.
Then it says var 1, which is 4. So you write out, is 4 less than var 2, which is 10, right? Can you see with my pencil, I'm doing it right? So is 4 less than 10? True, true, true. So now I must go to line number 10. var 2, which is 10. So you write out 10 over there. Minus, oh, there's my rules about board mass, Radani. var 1, which is 4 times 2. Oh, I'm writing like a preschooler child. But you'll get the picture, right? Which is, I'm just putting my brackets out here, 4 times 2, which is 8. 10 minus 8, which is 2. I won't go to the else statement, and there's the answer of 2 over there. Right?
Okay. So.
Right. So this is without drawing your rows and columns and drawing your variable trace diagram. What do you think about that, right? It's left to you. Ultimately, as you progress and you do things on your own, you begin to figure out that it becomes easier to work with. All right. So that will help you with this question. Let's take another question. I'm spending quite a bit of time on that, but I'm glad we worked it out, right? So let's look at the next question. This question 1.2 says, suppose the input for A is 5. What is the value after the following C++ code has been executed? Now, we can do it like the method I showed you with my rows and columns, my variable diagram, or we could use my pencil and go and work it out what it's all of there, right? So I'm going to try both methods now, right? I'm going to take my new snipping tool. So there it is. So I don't have a pen and pencil. I'm going to say, hey, the value of A, oh, there's my pen, yeah? It's 5, so it's 5, right? Redani, how's my 5? It looks a little bit better now, huh?
Yes, it does, sir.
Okay, thank you, Redani, right? I'm not a preschool child anymore. So Redani, it says, do I go to case number 1, case number 3, case number, oh, look at that. It goes to case number 5, which is A is equal to plus A. So now this is 5 here. So I write on 5 over there. Oh, sorry, which is actually A. That was A and plus 5. So now you're going to know what is plus A. And if you don't know what is plus A, then you won't be able to answer this. Also, look at the case number 6, A division equals to 2. If you don't know what that means, then you won't be able to answer this. So ma'am is being a little bit tricky out here, where she expects you to know what is plus A or A plus and work out the answers. All right. I'm looking at my time. It's now 22. I'm only doing 2 questions out here. So what you are going to be doing is you're going to figure out how this works. And I'm going to work with code blocks now. So I don't need this anymore, because I want to know what answer I'm going to get, right? You must remember, this is a revision for us. We're not in an exam. You only have about 2 minutes to work with it, but by then you should know all these answers, right? So we're gonna, right? I'm gonna say Control C, copy this. I'm gonna put this into my code blocks, right? And they're telling me that A is equal to 5, right? So I'm gonna run that, with that, right? Right, so there's one, I gave you 2 methods now. Let me just make it look pretty. By the way, Samuel gave the answer on Thursday night. I'm not sure if you're able to follow the WhatsApp conversation. Radani, are you on the WhatsApp group?
Yes, I am. So I think the answer is, well, 4, if I remember
No,
well.
no. Oh, okay. Do you remember how we got the answer 4?
That's what I'd like to know, sir.
Good. So again, I'm going to do it in the, let's do this first way of doing it. So here it is. I'm just going to cheat a little. I'm going to take out all those there. I'm going to take that out. Right, so I'm going to do it. In fact, not me, you're going to do it, right? You're going to work with it. So they tell me in line number 7, let's start from line number 7. Value of A is
5.
Then they go to line number 8. In line number 8, they say switch A. Sorry, let's go there. Line number 8, they tell me switch A. A is still 5. Now I need to go to line number 12. Right? And again, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to work out what happens. Let's make it look a little pretty. All right, let's make it look a little pretty. Right, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You take your pen and pencil, draw columns. There's a column, there's a column, there's a column, like I've done it, and work out what happens in line number 12, where the case A is equal to plus A plus 10. Now, to help you along, I'm just going to show you what plus A does, right? I'm going to write a quick program to do that. A new project, because if you don't know what plus A does, then you won't be able to answer. You won't be able to answer that out, right? So Radani, in honor of you, I've made it out here. In A.
Finally, I made it. Yay!
Yay! Right? So I'm going to say, plus A, right? So I'm going to say, let's make life a little bit easy. If A is equal to 5, Radani, and I'm going to quickly run this program, C out plus A. The answer there is 6. All right. Okay. Let's put on the plus afterwards, Radani.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run this program quickly. And let's see if you can figure it out. And the answer there was 5, right? So it didn't do anything basically. So with the plus in the front of it, it's called post increment. It takes A and it goes and it takes and adds 1 to that. So now that you know that, Radani, I want you to go and work out what the new value of A would be. All right, in line number
Okay.
12, right? Because we know that
Okay.
plus A increments it by
1.
1, right? Then, Radani,
Yes.
what does A less A with a division sign equals to 2 do? Right? Do you know what that does,
Okay.
Radani?
I think so.
Okay, let's say if you're not sure, if you're not sure, I'm doing this for you. Let's take it from there. So I want to prove to you, Control C, and I'm putting that down here, Radani.
Yes, sir.
A less than equal to 2. Now this is let's just make life a little bit easy. Let's make that to be 11.
6.
Okay, 6. You wanted 6. Okay, 6.
Yes.
Take a guess, Radani, what would the answer be? A division equals to 2.
I'm thinking 3.
I don't know. Let me see if it's true. Expect to no match before that. Types are token based. Oops, sorry.
You have a colon after two.
Yes. I got a colon. Sorry about that. Thank you. Right. No, it's still A. I'm just going to do something quickly. Temp is equal to A / equal to 2. Right? Sometimes they don't, compiler doesn't like that there, right? Temp and temp, right? Int temp. Let's see if that'll help me. Yay. Okay, so Radani, all I did was I put that into a variable, right? So let's see.
Okay.
Radani.
Yay.
Yay. Right. So A division equals to 2 takes the value of A and it divides it by 2. Radani, I just want to do one more thing. I just want to try it and see if it's 7. What happens with 7? 7 divide equals to 2 is 3.5. Let's see. What do you think the answer would be, Radani?
It's still be 3.
Oh, well, let's see if Radani is correct. And yay, Radani. So what it did was it dropped out the remainder. Now that
The
you know,
remainder,
Radani,
yes.
what this means, I want you to work out what would the value of, let me get my Excel book again. So in line number 12, it says A is equal to plus A plus 10. So the value of A is 5. What does plus A do? Plus 10. Radani, I'm giving you 1 minute to work it out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stop sharing, but I don't want you to see what the answer is, right? Let's see now. You can work if you can work it out. Oh well, it goes to everybody else as well. Please don't think that I'm only talking to Radani now. Radani, do you have an answer for me?
Not yet, sir.
Okay,
Just
okay,
a minute.
sorry.
Just a few seconds.
No problem, no problem.
The last
I'm just
part of
gonna-
the question.
Okay, I'm just gonna put in a cout statement of here, so that we can see what the value of A is, right? I'm going to share my screen. So I'm just putting value of A is. Right? So I'm gonna, right, while we're waiting for Radani to get us an answer. So plus A is it's 5. That became 6. Redani?
Yes, sir.
All right, talk to me. Do you have an answer for me?
I do, sir.
Okay, anybody else has an answer? They'll think I'm only talking to you, Redani. I'm not talking to anybody else. Anybody else wants to tell me that they got an answer? But don't shout at the answer. Don't shout at the answer.
Okay.
Anybody with an answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
are you ready
teacher.
for me? Who
Yes,
wants to write in the chat, or you want to see me working out the answer with the compiler? Or you want to discuss it before me? Talk to me. I heard there was a male voice. I didn't see the participant. Radani, you got an answer for me, right? Don't change your answer, Radani. Balewa, Mulo, Puti, Telangalani.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, who am I talking to?
Puti.
Puti, talk to me, Puti. What's your answer, Puti? But tell me how you got it. Puti,
16.
tell me how you got it.
Plus 5.
Right,
It's
which
gonna
is?
be 6.
Which is? 6.
Yes.
Plus 10.
Then it's 16.
Okay. Now, Puti, because time is running, I'm gonna help you to get how you got the answer 16. Puti, if I put a break statement in there, Puti, and I stop the program from running, and I'm going to get your answer. So there we go. I build and run. I enter in a value of 5. Puti, Puti, check it out.
Yes.
Yay! But Puti,
Yes, sir.
that's not the question. There's no break over there, Puti.
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry.
Right. Meaning, Puti, you got the value of 16. Radani, I hope you don't mind. I'm talking to Puti now, right? Radani?
Not a
Right.
problem,
So
sir.
you take Puti 16. And because
16
there's no
divided by
break,
2.
16 divided by 2 is 8.
Which is
8.
8.
Which it actually goes to case number 6. And then it says 8 plus 1, which is?
9.
And that's how it gives you the value of 9. Let me run this program for you, Puti. Puti, are you on my WhatsApp group, Puti?
Yes, sir.
Remember on Thursday night, I was making a joke about taking a break, switching the light off, and the break is very important.
Yes, sir.
You remember that, Puti? Radani, do you remember that, Radani?
I remember it, sir.
Yeah, can you see how important the break is? Because there's no break over there, Radani, Puti, Babawa,
Yes, sir.
Mulo, it actually goes to the next line. It runs line number 13 and line number 14.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Right. If there is a
Okay.
break in line number 12, then it will stop with 16. But because there's no break over there, it goes to the next value, or it runs the next case and the default case. Hello?
Okay, sir.
Right. Now I'm going to run this program again. This time I want you all to put the value of A being 3. If A is 3, what would happen if A is 3? What would the value of A be after running the program? Question?
Can I answer that, sir?
Yes, who's this?
It's
Tinswalo,
no.
go ahead. Answer, Tinswalo.
Yes.
Answer.
Then the switch statement will go to case 3, which
Yeah.
says A multiplied by 3 and it breaks, so we'll stop there. It will be 3 by 3, which is 9.
Let's see if Tinswallow is right. Right? Let's see if Tinswallow is not right. So it's around 3. Yay! Tinswallow, you are right.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Right. Tinswallow, stay on the line, Tinswallow. I want to run the
Okay, sir.
program again. This time the value of A is 6.
Okay. If the value of A is 6, it will go, the switch statement will go to case 6,
Yeah.
which says,
Yeah,
it's
carry on.
A. It will go to case 6, which says 8 divided by 2. It will be 6 divided by 2. So the answer will be 3.
Right.
And then it goes on to say 3 plus 1, it will be 4. So the final answer will be 4, sir, I think.
Is that your final answer, Tinswallow?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to consult a friend, Tinswallow?
Sorry?
Do you want to call a friend?
No, let's
Okay.
do this.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Time's running out. It's 4 minutes to 1, 2. Right. So Tinswallow says the answer is 4. Radani, do you agree with her? Yes or no?
I agree. I agree.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me run the program. Radani and Tinswallow got it right. Everybody give it a clap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the
Right,
the point
right.
now.
Yeah, you get a point. Oh, good. Let's do it one more time, right? One more time.
Yes.
Right. Tinswallow, stay on the line, Tinswallow.
Okay,
Tinswallow.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now the value of A is 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the value of A is 1, the statement will go to case 1,
Yeah.
which says A, it immediately adds 3 to the existing value. So this will be 1 plus 3, it will be 4.
Yeah.
And then it will go to case 3 because there was no break there. The next case is, then we'll take 4 multiplied by 3, that will be 12. So because there's a break, that will be the end of it. So the final answer should be 12. That's
And I
my
think
guess.
it's a nice time to have a break as well.
Yes.
Thank you, Tinswallow.
Yes. Wow, thanks. I'm confident now.
Radani, do you get it, Radani?
100%, sir.
Aha. Can you see how important it is to have a break?
Yes, sir.
Right? If you don't have a break, it will go to the next line and it will work out the answer. Now, I want you all to try this out on your own using different values of A and see what the answer is. Let's do it one more time, right? One more time. Tinswallow, you there, Tinswallow?
Yes, sir, I'm still here.
Right, Tinswallow, we're running this program one more time. And this time, Tinswallow, the answer the value of A is now 9.
If the value of A is 9, then I think the statement will go to the default, which will be 9 plus 1, and that is 10. That's what I think. It's my guess.
Anybody, Radani, what do you think of what Tinswallow said?
I might just agree. I might have to agree with.
You can say no and all that. You don't have to.
No,
okay.
No, I agree.
That's right. Confident. Ta-da! Well done. Well done.
Thanks,
well
sir.
done. Well done. Do you see what the default does?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what I'd like you all to do is you must go and read the notes in the study guide on the switch statement. It will explain to you all these things that I spoke about today, right? You go to your study guide, and let me open up my study guide quickly, because this is what ma'am was explaining to you. Oh, where's my study guide here, man? Let me go back there. Close that. It's in my study guide. I know it's in my study guide somewhere, right? So Control F, SWITCH. So you go and read all, there's a lesson number 13, page 147. Go to page 147 and read up what the switch has to do with, right? Go and read up on all this lesson 13. There's the switch statement. Hey, look at this, Redani. Look at this. Can you see? Got switch day, case 1, break. Case 2, case 2,
Yes.
break. Case 3, case 3, break. Case 4,
Break, yes.
case 5,
Break.
case
Yeah.
6, case 7. Aha,
Mm-hmm.
aha. You check, you
And
check.
then there's default.
Yeah, can you see these ones here? They don't have any break, case 2, 3, 4, 5.
Any
Right?
break. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Now that's what ma'am was testing you on, whether you understand how you use your switch statement and your case statement. Plus, she also tested you whether you know the plus A, the less than equal to sign A, right? Okay, so go over page 160 and what we're talking about, the switch selector, and go over all these programming principles regarding the switch statement, all right, which is on page 160, 161. Okay,
Sir.
I hope you learned something for today. It's 1 minute past 1. Okay, I started about 4 minutes past 12, so I'm giving you all the benefit of full 1 hour. The most important concept here is we spoke about the switch statement, and before this we did the output or the trace table, and I spoke about drawing it in Excel. You don't have to draw it in Excel. You can also use your own pencil and paper. If you don't need pencil and paper, you can use your, you can write it out over there. What is 5 plus and all of that? So you would have done it like this, like what Tin Swallow was talking about now. 5 plus plus, that is 6. 6 plus 10 is 16. So you would have written your pencil over there, maybe like a preschool child and write 16 over there. So you would have written 16. And then, there's no break. So I must go there. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So you write on 8 over there. 8 plus 1, which is 9. Oh, that's how I got the value of 9. Okay, without drawing my rows and columns. Okay, but if I had a break statement over there, I would have to stop at that. And who gave me the answer? Was it one of the guys over here? I think it was Putty. Putty told me 16. But Putty, you won't make
Yes.
that again. Putty, okay, Putty. Putty, you won't make that mistake
Yes,
again,
sir.
Putty. You'll go on working because
Yeah.
there's a break there. I know why, Putty, because you want to take a break. Putty, that's a joke, Putty. Come on. Yo, don't get my sense of humor. Lucky I'm teaching programming. I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'll be very, very poor because nobody laughs at my jokes. Okay, so Putty, if there's, you can't just take a break because you feel like having a break. You got to do the rest of the case statements and the default statement. Like Tin Swallow said, if there's no break, you go on. If there's a break, you stop. Okay, any questions from anybody out here? Hello, any questions?
I think it's all clear, sir.
Okay, Tin Swallow, right. Tin Swallow, I know it's only 2 marks in the exam. You should have only spent 2 minutes. I spent 60 minutes, but I explained to you about the switch. I explained to you about the default. I explained to you about the plus A. I explained to you about the division equal to 2. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Going once, going twice.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is there a question, Putty? Sibongile, Tin Swallow, Talangalani?
No,
No
from my
question.
side, I'm good, sir.
Thank you for the clap, Dani. Thank you, I appreciate that, right? Okay. Remember, the break is very important. Lunch break, tea break. Oh boy. Thank you for laughing. Thank you for laughing. Thank you for laughing, right? Thank you. Thank you for getting the joke. Thank you for getting the joke. Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Anybody want to put the camera on? Let me see. I'm not talking to human beings. I'm not talking to robots or anybody else. Talangalani, put your Sibongile, put the camera on. Puti. Okay, nobody put the camera. Oh, there's Talangalani. Thank you. That's not a robot. Oh, Tin Swallow is not a robot. Oh, Babawa is not a robot. Oh, lucky, lucky, lucky. Right. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Switch the lights off. Switch the lights off.